Good morning, everybody, and see what today brings, shall we? Before I go on, I'd just like to say we had 18 views yesterday, so that was really awesome. And let's just express a bit of gratitude. I'd like to express gratitude to Joe Kay and Michael for disliking my Facebook posts about YouTube. I used to have quite a few, well, I say quite a few, but a few more people used to like my posts on Facebook, but I haven't quite got that you need to press the play button on my YouTube things at the moment. So I'll just keep putting those thumbnails out there, and hopefully in time, maybe I'll generate a little bit more. And of course, it goes to you guys out there. If you like what I putting out there, do click the like, and I'll give you a shout out. If I see, or if you comment, you probably have to comment on YouTube because I won't know otherwise. But if you just put a little comment, I'll gladly say a little thank you for you. I would hardly call it 15 minutes of fame, but it's just my way of acknowledging you, which would be quite nice. Secondly, what am I grateful for? I had a lovely little Reiki chat last night with some of the people I've trained, and it was just something that I really want to build, that kind of sense of community, that kind of like togetherness. There's always been a bit sort of like people always kind of like drift away and do other stuff, which I totally get. Of course, life comes along, but it's just something that we can just kind of like build on really and keep going forward with. And thirdly, what am I grateful for? That's a good one. Yeah, it's just seeing my little meditations for this weekend's retreat all coming together. I really like the vibe of the first. I'm going to do two or three of those, but this is coming on really nicely, and I'll just keep building and building that. And also grateful that there's a good possibility of someone coming up for a spot of Reiki one with me, so learning the trade on that as well. So there we are. There's my things for to be grateful for today. And what are my thoughts drawn to today? Well, I'm going to give you a little card. Look at this. This is apparently I was already. It's no point me showing you because it's reversed. It says soda light, a sense of calm to weather the storms of life. And we can see it's quite a bit of turbulence. It reminds me almost of the ocean there. But when I was looking at this, so you had to use a little bit of artistic license here. But I saw, I don't know if you remember, way back in the dawn of creation on this planet, and they had these things called trilobites, like these huge crustaceans, I suppose they are, wandering around the ocean, kind of like unusual creatures. Check it out. If you're not sure, just Google it, and it'll give you a few images, I'm sure. But you think, like, where did they all come from? They came from all this chaos, the storms of stuff being whipped up. And I think in life sometimes that we find ourselves in the storm and you think, what is going on? But from the storms comes creation. So it's almost like, sometimes to make something happen, you had to agitate the pot, don't you? So imagine you put all the ingredients into a sort of like into a mixing bowl. If you don't mix them up, they just stay the same, don't they? But when you start mixing things together, then wonderful things start to happen. You get different flavors, and suddenly you created this marvelous new meal. And in a way, I kind of see that almost like when we go through these storms, it's like a trying sort of like twisting time. We twist ourselves all upside down and left, right, and centre to create something new. Now, what comes out of that chaos is kind of beholden to us a little bit, into what we can craft. So this is a word of experimentation. We need to try and do different things, see how that sits with us. But there are those moments where we just need to slow down a little bit, find the right ingredients, put it in a bowl, whip it up, and see what comes out. Rather than just kind of being in the bowl and you're not sure what the hell's going on. It's almost like you just have to kind of like, and then as we go through, we kind of like tweak the ingredients a little bit, add a little bit of spice, a little bit of magic. And from that comes the most amazing creations. Even though at times you might think, what on earth is this? You created something that wasn't there before, and is that not a good thing? That's my thoughts for today. I just want to end on a bit of a humorous note, is that on my Facebook I put I showed you the gorilla yesterday with the old monkey business, and it's got quite a few comments that made me laugh, and a couple of people sort of said to me that, "Oh, that reminds me of my husband," and and I just said I can't possibly comment on that, but it was quite amusing, and I will be showing some more slates either on here, and also just on my Facebook profile. I just I call it Slate of the Day, and it's interesting to see how many people kind of like attracted to some, and others not so. So it gives me an idea on how popular they are. But that was a little bit of fun. Anyway, I shall let you go on. Enjoy your Thursday, and I'll catch you at the next one. Much love. See you soon.